Hey man, what's good? It's your boy Darian. I'm back with another reaction, man. I'm watching Jimmy, Mr. JxmyHighRoller. You know what I'm saying? He made a video. I made a video kind of like this already. I'm gonna put it right here. If I edit it right, I'm gonna throw it to the side. Bob. But yeah, I made a video similar to this. Basically, it's my playoff predictions. And if Jimmy knows basketball like I think he does, he's gonna say the Celtics won a championship. So yeah, that's what Adam Silver said on the script. So let's see if Jimmy got the right script or he got a fake booth one. You feel me?
What if I told you that
Oh shit, hold on.
I knew which team was going to win the NBA championship this season? That I somehow could see and predict the future like some sort of basketball prophet?
Can you?
Well, then I'd be a filthy liar. Because I don't know who's going to win the NBA title this season. But what if we could use numbers and data collected over decades of NBA games to make an accurate prediction as to which team will be crowned the 2023 NBA champions? That'd be pretty cool, right? Well, let's give it a shot.
Data don't work, man. You see what happened last year. Nobody expected the Warriors to win.
Today's video is brought to you by SeatGeek.
All right, thanks, Jimmy. Nice ads, bro.
I've been for you, Geeks guy.
Nice ads, bro.
And that's why, according to the numbers, the Boston Celtics will be the 2022 NBA champions. They check all the boxes for a potential championship team.
See what happened last year. See what happened last year. It was cool though.
All the numbers suggest they will be crowned as champions at the end of the season.
They signed Durant and Irving in 2019.
The blistered Nets, yep, swept. Yep, we know. Beat the Bucks in 7. Yep. Beat the Heat in 7. Yep. They didn't know what happened in the finals. What happened in the finals? We did all that, and then what happened in the finals? It's a W edit still. I'll fuck with it, Jimmy. Trying to go crazy, bro. Look how fucking clear. Look how clear the fucking court is, bro. You see that shit? The fucking NBA Finals floor, bro. That shit probably is the best floor to play on all time, bro. That shit looks squeaky clean, boy. Anyway.
Curry catches it, fakes, fires, three-pointer.
Stop showing me this, bro. This PTSD, bro. Stop showing me this shit.
The Golden State Warriors once again are NBA champions in 2022.
Yeah, turn this off, bro.
That's how close we were last season to accurately predicting the winner of the 2022 NBA Finals before the playoffs even began. According to the resume and the numbers and every variable we could possibly take into account, the Celtics were destined to become champions last season.
That's tough.
But what I forgot to take into consideration is that Steph Curry is a god in a pair of Under Armours, and so our prediction fell short. In fact, after
one player, bro, one player,
defeat, I went back and looked at playoff predictions from some of the industry's leading experts.
Curry's good. Where y'all rank Curry? Y'all think he's the best point guard of the time, or you think it's Magic?
Two of them
Magic or Kobe
had
in the
Warriors winning the finals. And in the most ironic way possible, one of those picks was from Stephen A. Smith. But has last year's shortcomings deterred me from attempting to beat
Stephen A. The Warriors
by trying to predict this year's NBA champions and looking like a fool in the process? Absolutely not. So let's give this another shot. When looking at some predictions for this year's playoffs, there really is no general consensus. In a recent survey conducted by SB Nation, fans overwhelmingly predicted the Milwaukee Bucks winning this year's championship, with the Suns and Celtics trailing with just half as many votes. But if there's anything I've learned throughout these experiments, it's that everyone can be completely wrong all at the same time. Looking into some of the more insightful predictions of this year's NBA playoffs, 538 has crunched the numbers and has the Celtics as the overall favorite to win this year's finals. But some interesting things to note is that despite factoring in the addition of Kevin Durant, the Phoenix Suns still retain just the 7th best chance of winning the finals, behind 3 other Western Conference teams,
Lakers.
And 3 of the top 4 teams are Eastern Conference teams, which might...
You think the Lakers have a higher chance than the Suns? No. No, that don't make sense to me. The Sixers have a higher chance than the Bucks?
mean that whoever comes out of the East will inevitably be crowned champions. And this may just be the case. But then it hit.
I would go Celtics, Bucks, Nuggets, Sixers.
Hit me. What if
personally.
instead of using data to predict who the champions will be, we ask the data who the champions will be? In a disgusting display of AI supremacy, last season an artificial intelligence program by the name of Swarm managed to accurately predict the winner of the 2022 NBA Finals. Appalling, right? But if that wasn't crazy
AI.
enough,
You ever
Swarm
listen to AI
also
music?
predicted that the Warriors would win the
You listen to
series
that AI Weekend
in
and
6
Drake?
games. In fact, this Swarm AI program was used throughout last season's regular season to try and predict outcomes of regular season games. And not only did it do really well, it managed to outperform 96% of bettors in the process. So in a desperate
What's this
attempt
site? I'm about to
get
use
this thing
that. What the hell?
I've put
I'm
aside
about to get
my
hella
knowledge,
bread.
research, and years of watching the NBA to ask a bot.
I'm at-
It's groundbreaking. Genius, even. Why didn't I think of this before? Who will win the 2023 NBA Finals? The pinnacle of
Nigga
AI
asked ChatGPT.
technology, the exponentially
That's
powerful
funny.
tool of peak human advancement. The
Why I think it is. I can't preview future events. That's tough.
right.
Never mind.
You're useless to me. We have to take another route here, and I think I've got it. While researching for this experiment, I stumbled across this article published last summer on Medium.com from a data scientist and NBA fan who goes by the name of the JK. His article goes into great detail regarding a machine learning model that uses data to correctly predict which team will win the NBA championship. The article is incredible. I've left a link in the description and highly recommend checking it out. And while creating this model, the JK sifted through countless NBA stats and data to find which variables are important to postseason success and which variables aren't.
Jeez, bro, look
And
at all
according
these
to his
fucking
research, the
graphs and
factors that
shit
have the strongest
compared to-
correlation
What does this mean? I'm not compared the prediction of the models with the real values. Season 2022 predicted championship share and percentage real champion. Like, what does this even mean? Championship shares?
to playoff
What?
success are the following. If a team finished top 3 in their conference, the extent of a roster's playoff experience, if a team has a player or multiple players who have received MVP votes, a team's SRS score and margin of victory throughout the regular season, and oddly enough, if the team has performed well in past playoffs. And with this data, the JK defied
like the Celtics
all
to me.
odds and correctly predicted the eventual championship team 3 seasons in a row. And just like that, just a glimmer of hope shined upon my experiment. Maybe, just maybe, we can use numbers and data to predict this year's NBA
Sounds like
champions.
Boston.
So,
I don't know.
let's see if we can do this. As we already determined last season, preseason favorites and Vegas odds provide about zero assistance here, since they never seem to get it right. I mean, for some inexplicable reason, odds makers can narrow the line of a game down to 1 freaking point, but they can't pick a correct championship winning team worth a lick. So let's stick to the information that we know matters most. Here is the criteria we will use to help us determine which teams are truly contenders for this year's championship. Simple rating system, or
gonna
SRS
read
score,
these?
margin of victory, regular season standings, and roster playoff
Let me
experience.
see. Simple rating system. A team rating that takes into account average point differential. Okay. Point score versus points allowed. Alright. Regular season standing. Roster. Alright.
Now, the SRS
That's all
score
pretty
is a rating given
self-explanatory
to each
besides the top
NBA
one.
team based on factors like point differential,
mean,
net
it
rating,
is.
and
You
strength
gotta
of
read the
schedule.
description. You
And
feel
of
me?
the last 25 championship winning teams, 24 of them had an SRS score that ranked among the top 6 in the NBA. The only team that managed to win a title outside of the top 6 were the Mavericks in 2011. So based on this information, being a top
Mavs
6
championship is,
SRS
bro.
team
That should not have
is
happened, bro.
virtually a requirement. The top
LeBron
6
should have
teams
5
in terms
rings,
of
bro.
SRS score this season are the
It's not
Celtics,
literally
the
displayed
Cavaliers,
like
the
nothing like
76ers,
LeBron.
the Bucks, the Grizzlies, and the Nuggets.
Tough.
Now let's take a look at regular season standings. Possibly the most obvious indicator of potential playoff success is simply how good a team was throughout the regular season. And as much as we like to cheer for the underdog, the odds of a team winning a championship if they did not dominate the entire season are somewhere between slim and none. Because out of the last 25 championship winning teams, 23 of them finished the season with a top 5 record in the entire NBA. The top 5 teams in terms of overall record
23
this
of
season
them had
are
a
the
top
Bucks,
5 record.
the Celtics, 76ers, Nuggets, and
Out
tied
of
for
the
fifth
last
are the
how many
Cavaliers and
championships?
Grizzlies. Now let's take a look at margin of victory. Since 1998, 25 seasons, there has only been
25 years.
one team that finished outside of the top 6 in terms of margin of victory and still went on to win a championship. So once again, if you want a real shot at winning the title, you really need to be inside the top 6 league-wide in this statistic. And this season, those top 6 teams are the Celtics, Cavaliers, 76ers, Grizzlies, Bucks, and Nuggets. Now, if we take a look at the 3 metrics we've covered and the qualifying teams for each one, we'll see that the same
Celtics,
exact 6 teams.
You see that? See how high the Celtics are? I know you see it. I know you see it. So the Cavs really got a real chance, huh? According to Jimmy.
Appear in every single one. And this information is remarkable. Our data has not only narrowed down the contenders to these 6 teams, but it also shows us that the top teams in the NBA this season are unanimously these 6 teams. But this is where I think we fell short last season, because we forgot to factor in a crucial variable. Experience. Going into the 2022 playoffs, the Warriors were
experience is the reason the Celtics lost the finals for sure.
But what I greatly underestimated was their championship pedigree and the sheer amount of reps they've had on the big stage.
And Clay
in the JK's predictive model
Draymond,
that we discussed earlier,
and
playoff
Iggy,
experience had
you know what I'm
the
saying?
second strongest
they all got like
correlation
4
to future
rings,
playoff
3 rings,
success.
like whatever they got.
And among the 6 teams that stand above the rest, here are the total career playoff games for their 8-man rotation. The Cavaliers have just 71 career playoff games played in total amongst their 8-man rotations. The Grizzlies have just 179 playoff games under their belt. The Nuggets have 268, and the 76ers, Bucks, and Celtics all dwarf these teams with combined total career playoff games all above 400, which, if history tells us anything, eliminates the Cavaliers, Grizzlies, and Nuggets from contention and leaves us with these 3 powerhouse teams.
We see who's number 1.
So, where do we go from here? Across all metrics, star power, pace, efficiency, experience, these 3 teams are almost identical. Our data has come to the end of the road. But there are patterns and consistent themes of past championship teams.
And we got a 6 man of the year today, Malcolm Brogdon. I know y'all boys seen that. Shout out Malcolm Brogdon.
One team
Derek White.
Feature at least
He might be all defensive team.
That went on to win an NBA championship, and it took a once in a lifetime performance to pull it off.
Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection. He nailed it. It's over. The Cavaliers are NBA champions.
So if we look at our 3 remaining teams, the Bucks have a really good shot at having multiple players make the all-defensive team, and so do the Celtics. The 76ers do not, which narrows our contenders down to the Bucks and the Celtics. Now, we've seen the Celtics and Bucks face each other on 3 separate occasions this season, and if those games are any indication of what's to come in the playoffs, the future NBA champions are clear as day. The Bucks and Celtics faced off for the first time on Christmas Day, which resulted in a 21-point blowout Celtics win, and Tatum and Brown combining for 70
we have been
points.
smacking the Bucks this
year. The next time these teams faced off was in February, where Boston sat 4 of their 5 starters and still nearly won in overtime with the junior varsity squad. And the third and final matchup was just a couple weeks ago, where Tatum and Brown combined for 70 points again and handed the Bucks their second largest loss in.
This would be having Giannis doing. We'd be frying him. He'd be sitting there looking down on the bench. That's tough.
Nearly a decade. The Bucks have no answer for the Celtics' firepower and depth. And when Boston is at full capacity, they don't just beat Milwaukee, they destroy Milwaukee. And that's why, according to the numbers, the Boston Celtics will be the 2023 NBA champions. They have the star power, the defense, the experience. They've been here before, and they know what it's going to take to win it all.
Exactly.
This team not only checks all the boxes for what it takes to be a championship team, they exceed every metric for a potential championship team. Of course, the numbers can only tell us so much. It's impossible to quantify a lot of things that...
If we healthy, we got it. In my opinion, if we healthy the whole postseason run, I say we got Robert Williams the whole time. I'm saying complete health. We got it.
Happen on a basketball court. Like the fact that come the playoffs, Giannis levels up and becomes one of the most unstoppable forces the game has ever seen. And it would be naive to count out the championship pedigree of the Warriors, something that I've fell victim to in the past and something that just doesn't show up in the numbers. It would be an impossible task to forecast series-altering changes that
how you pronounce it? That's an anomaly. Anomaly. I think that's the word, man. Yeah, that's it don't happen there. Hey, bro, come on. It's the Warriors, bro.
Occur throughout the playoffs, like injuries, adjustments, players coming in and out of the rotation, and about a million other variables. This entire video could be dead wrong, and my finals prediction record could fall from 0% to 0%. But that won't stop me from trying, and there's only one way to find out. Until then, hope you all enjoyed. And as always, until next time.
Fire vids, man. You alright? You know I'm happy, man. He said the Celtics win. That's all I need to hear. He got knowledge. Hey, go watch my predictions video as well. It's right over here. Go watch that. And yeah, peace. I got knowledge like Jimmy, man. We both got the. Anyways, man, peace, bro. See y'all.